Hello class, good morning sa inyong lahat. Pasensya na hindi kami magkasama ni Sir Dong ngayon. Nagkaroon kami ng technical problems kanina habang nagsushoot kami. So, yun, mag-isa muna ako ngayon. Pero, kasabay ko, nagre-record din siya sa bahay nila para pag nag-upload kami, pagkasunod pa rin. Yun. So, again, good morning sa inyong lahat at sana okay kayong lahat. And today, we will have another pre-recorded discussion on good citizenship values. So, pang ilan na to? Pangatlo, kung nare-recall nyo, no? So, una, nakapag-discuss tayo ng pagkamaka-Diyos. Second is about pagkamakatao. And then third ay yung pagkamakabayan. Starting with patriotism. So, ano ba itong patriotism at ano ang matututunan natin ngayong araw? Let's start. Start with is a famous line from the former Senator Benigno Aquino. The Filipino is worth dying for. I think lahat tayo familiar na dito, no? During the time na nagkakaroon tayo ng uh, celebration ng EDSA, no? Laging nare-recall ito. And yung even nakikita nyo to sa mga t-shirts, very overrated na. But still, yung ibang mga students, hindi pa rin nila nai-imbibe. Ano ba yung ibig sabihin nitong sinabi ni Senator Benigno Aquino that Filipino is worth dying for. And hanggang ngayon ba ay the Filipino is worth dying for? So part of our discussion is how we can try to reflect on this particular quote from Senator Benigno. And next, um, another is a famous quotation from Francis Auguste de Thou. After I owe to God, nothing should be more dear and sacred than the love and respect I owe to my country. You can see na napakahalaga ng ideologies natin when it comes to our country. Pero sa tingin nyo ba, kayo mag-comment na lang din kayo diyan kung ano ba yung naiisip niyo. Bakit nga ba timely pa rin and relevant itong discussion natin about patriotism? Bakit ba mahalaga that we try to uh, reiterate the value of love and respect for our own country. Sometimes kasi 'di ba parang sasabihin nila nako hindi naman 'yan priority sa ngayon, no? Estudyante pa lang naman ako. But as you can see, uh, after we owe our own self to God, we also needed to owe ourselves for our country, sabi dyan ni Francis. Third point is from Manuel L. Quezon, use and develop our natural resources and conserve them for posterity. Posterity, they are the inalienable heritage of our people. Um, as we all know, Philippines is very rich in natural resources. But up to date, no, hindi pa rin natin na appreciate yung mga ganun little resources na minsan na-overuse pa natin. Yung simple conservation of electricity and water is part of the reflection that we try to preserve our natural resources. Yung activity nyo, no? Yung activity nyo about sa greening program, you are actually contributing with the development of our natural resources. Malay mo, di ba? Yung mga tinatanim mo after a few years, kung yan ay puno, syempre baka naman yan ay mga halaman lang, it can actually contribute with our natural resources. Nakalink yan sa discussion natin sa pagkamakalikasan. Fourth point, patriotism is not short outburst of emotions, but a lifetime of dedications. Hindi porket na ang dami kasing issues ngayon sa sa bansa natin, lalo na ngayon, yung panahon natin na meron tayong pandemic. Hindi pwedeng dahil ngayon galit ka ngayon sa government because of the outburst of your emotions. Parang biglang parang, oo nga 'no. Pero sabi diyan, hindi pala yung gano'n 'no, na naisip mo, hindi ngayon parang masyadong involved ako, eh. Sobrang active ko ngayon sa social media, nagpo-post talaga ako that, gusto kong i-express yung sarili ko na makabayan ako. Pero hindi pala gano'n, because it entails the idea that, uh, it it refers to lifetime, of dedication, sabi naman ni Stevenson. Fifth point, the willing sacrifice of the innocent is the most powerful answer to insolent tyranny that has yet been conceived by God and Mahatma Gandhi. So, ano ba yung ano ba yung sinasabi niya dito? Ano ba yung sacrifice ng innocent na yun daw yung magiging sagot sa insolent tyranny na nangyayari ngayon? Ngayon ba? Kayo ba? Ano ba yung role na ginagampanan ng simpleng estudyante para mapakita natin that we are actually part of the country, no? Minsan kasi parang hindi na tayo sasabihin natin, hindi na, wala naman akong voice eh. Kumbaga, wala naman akong magagawa para may mabago, may mangyaring iba, no? Pero sabi dyan, kahit gaano kaliit ng boses mo, as long as you are doing good and you are doing simple great things, no, you are killing the insolent tyranny of the world. Yeah. 6 point, let our object be our country, our whole country, and nothing but our country. um Naalala ko nung nag-discuss tayo about sa youth development na sinasabi natin. Ano yung pang-anim natin doon? Nare-recall niyo pa ba? Yung pang-anim nating habit? Kung nare-recall niyo pa, mabuti. So yung pang-anim natin is to be proactive. And one way to do that is that to to make our country be the subject of our goals, no? Yung hindi lang porket sasabihin nakapagtrabaho tayo, nakagraduate tayo, hindi gano'n, no? Pero kung yung titingnan mo na naka-graduate ka at ano yung nagawa mo para sa bansa. Like, sabihin, ano, kailangan ko ba maging bayani para sabihin na nagkaroon ako ng ambag sa bansa? Hindi gano'n, no? Yung bawa, ikaw gusto mong maging police, for example. Yun yung goal mo, yung subject mo. Maging police, magkaroon ng trabaho, sumweldo. Pero more than that is that you are actually helping the country, 'di ba? May ambag ka. Ikaw mismo kung ano ba yung gusto mo sa buhay mo. May ambag ka. O ano bang bawa, teacher ka. Ano yung role mo sa buong bansa, no? Maliit lang yan sa pag tinignan mo kasi isa ka lang tao eh, no? Pero hindi mo alam na ilan ba yung nai-influence mong tao. Halimbawa, teacher ka, may mga estudyante. Ano yun yun? Yung parang nagiging chain reaction. Yan. So, yun yung sinabi ni Daniel Webster. 7 is the measure of country's greatness is its ability to retain compassion in a time of crisis. Very timely and relevant again sa panahon natin ngayon. Dito daw kasi tayo nasusubok eh. No? Kung itatrack back natin yung history ng Philippines, tuwing may time of crisis, parang doon lumalabas yung eagerness natin, yung love natin for our country. To cite one example, yung during the EDSA People Power, di ba? Na hindi mo alam na ganun pala karami yung tao na kayang magsama-sama to make a change. Yeah, that is part of the introduction alone, no? So here we have the different learning objectives. First is to appreciate the value of patriotism in the light of their being Filipino citizen. That is you, no? Kayong mga estudyante, kailangan ano ba talaga yung role mo as a Filipino citizen? Hindi pwedeng citizen ka lang, no? Ano ba yung particular role na kaya nating ibigay? At kailangan ba sobrang engrande, no? Second, to identify concrete ways wherein the ordinary citizen may practice his sense of patriotism on a daily basis. Imagine, you can practice patriotism on a daily basis. Like, uh, paano ba natin magagawa yun, no? Like, following traffic rules or respecting our law enforcers, no? Yun can be part of patriotism on a daily basis. Third, learning objectives to inspire the students to believe in their inherent capacity as Filipinos to achieve deeds of heroism in their daily lives. Araw-araw din. Processing points. First, in your profession or in my profession or position in life, what are some ways by which I can achieve simple acts of heroism? Again, another rhetorical question sa ating lahat, no? Na ano ba yung simple acts na kaya natin gawin? Na ma-realize natin, uy, um, ngayon pa lang meron pala akong naitutulong para sa bansa, 'no? O kaya nag-aaral akong mabuti, ang laki ng naitutulong ko sa family ko, natutuwa yung parents ko. Tas yung parents mo, dahil proud sila sa'yo na nakakapag-aral ka, nakatapos ka, 'no? Parang chain reaction siya, eh, 'di ba? Magugulat ka na lang, ang laki na pala nung effect nun. Ay, sorry. Second processing point ay, have I given enough understanding and appreciation of the simple acts of heroism of people which in one way or the other have made my life more worthwhile? Meron ka bang ah, na napakitaan or ano 'to, eh, parang reflection mo sa mga napagdaanan mo na sa buhay. One way or the other have made your life more worthwhile. Uh, Third, do I love my country enough that I am inspired to serve her in any way I can? Hmm? Are you inspired enough to serve? Um, Come to think of it, di ba? Ano na ba talaga ang nagawa mo? Maliban sa, baka nga pati yung simpleng pagboto ay hindi pa natin nagagawa. Botante na ba kayo? Baka hindi pa kayo botante. Yun. So, papaano ba natin sa mga simple acts natin, we can actually serve our country? Fourth, if we cannot find heroes among our leaders, let us find them among ordinary people, among ourselves, no? Kasi, yung previous discussion natin dun sa youth development, sabi nga natin, ang 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 mga kabataan daw ngayon, we are fond of uh, seeking bad things from other people. Ginagawa nila, no? Bakit ganyan? Kaya mahilig tayo mag-rant, magreklamo. Tsaka, we always ask for more. Di ba? Parang, ba't siya hindi ganito? Bakit itong barangay namin hindi nagbibigay na ganito? Ba't yung munisipyo namin hindi nagkaganito? O kaya, ba't yung mayor namin ganito? Hindi tulad ni mayor ganito. So, meron tayong mga ganung thinking, eh. Pero sabi dyan, if we cannot find heroes among our leaders, hindi natin sila nakikita as a leader figure or maybe a hero figure for our life. And let us find them among ordinary people. Baka isa dyan ay yung kasama mo sa bahay, di ba? Yun ba ay naituturing mong leader o kaya hero ba siya sa buhay mo, no? Or maybe uh, ikaw mismo can be the hero that you wanted to be. Diba? Or pwedeng ikaw mismo yung maging leader that you wanted to be. Sky's the limit. Deepening points. First, patriotism is a call for every citizen. Hindi lang sa akin, hindi sa iyo, ikaw lang na nakikinig, no? It is a call for every citizen na lahat tayo ay we are beyond blessed na tayo Pilipino. Kahit sabi natin, hirap maging Pilipino sa Pilipinas, 'di ba? Kaya, pero ito sa atin lahat to, sa atin tayo, lahat tayo dapat involved dito. Second, our country needs people who are committed to serve the interests of the nations, no matter who are seated at the helm of the government. Hindi porket siya yung binoto mo, nanalo siya, gusto mo siya, yun lang. After a while, nawala na yung leader na tinitignan mo, wala na, no? Hindi mo na itutuloy. O kaya meron kang mentor, for example. Ito yung mentor mo, um, sobrang dedicated siya. Pero after nun, hindi na siya, no? Hindi na siya yung naging, uh, kumbaga, authority, uh, authority na tinitingnan mo or tinitingnan mo. After nun, ayaw mo na, no? Kaya, naku, wala na eh, no? Kailangan pala dito. Whoever, no? Kahit sino, kahit ayaw mo siya, kahit ayaw mo ng government na nakikita natin ngayon, you have to respect that and you have to support them. Third, our country's heroes, the ones who will move our country to greater heights, are not found in the pedestals or pinnacles of power and prestige. Sometimes, nandyan lang sila sa tabi-tabi. No? Sometimes yung palang hero na dati di natin tinitignan ng hero yung mga nurse, no? Hindi natin masyadong tinitignan as hero yung mga doctors. Kasi hindi sila naging hindi natin sila tinignan bilang ganun. Pero magugulat tayo. Ngayon sila na yung tinaguri ang modern day heroes. Diba? Hindi mo alam kung yung bang nasa paligid mo you can find country's heroes in everyone. Ikaw, pwede ka, no? Fourth, there is such a thing as unsung heroes, but none whose deeds do not touch the life of at least one person. What we do in life echoes eternity. Sabi nga, wala naman nakakakita eh. Di naman nila napapansin yung effort mo na ang gusto mo lang ang bilin mo lang ay local foods or local goods. Wala naman nakakita nun eh. Di naman nila alam na pag nasa mall ka, ang tinitingnan mo kaagad yung mga local products. Wala nakakita no. Pero sabi dyan, there are unsung heroes. May times na wala namang nakakita sa'yo na tumatawid ka sa tamang daanan. Wala namang nakakita sa'yo na tumulong ka sa nasa daanan, nasa kalsada. Wala nakakita nun. Pero di mo alam, ikaw pala yung unsung hero, no? And what we do in our life echoes eternity. Hindi ka man dito ma-reward or hindi man dito mapakita that you are serving the country. Maybe it reflects your own personality or character in life. No? Ano pa ba? Fifth one. Patriotism is about loving one's country by being a steadfast good citizen in one's daily encounter of the challenges of life and society. Hindi yung iba kasi no, iba kasi yung tingin natin sa pagiging or possible na hindi kasi natin alam na yun na pala yun. Patriotism na pala. No? Sixth, patriotism inspires a citizen to respond to the call of service to his nation and look after his fellow men. Ito yung NSTP, no? After your graduation, kasama na kayo sa NSRC. Yung NSRC, sila yung pag merong kailangan in times of calamity. Pwede kayong tawagin. Magiging volunteer kayo, no? Meron pa mga training about basic life support, yung mga gano'n, no? Um, kayo yung tinitignan bilang tutulong para sa bayan natin. 'Di ba nga ang discussion natin pa nung nakaraan ay yung definition ng youth way back Rizal's time is still the definition of youth today. Na kayo pa rin yung pag-asa ng bayan. And we need to respond, no? Uh, there is always a call for service in our own little way. If you have time, if you have the skill, if you have the strength to help the country, why not? Diba? 7. Patriotism is every person's sense of duty and responsibility to contribute in the development of his country. Again, we are always part of uh, a bigger portion of the world. Hindi ka lang basta isang simpleng estudyante, but you are part of our country. 8. Patriotism is love for our native land, its history, its tradition, its language, its culture. Hindi ka parang namamalengke na kung ano lang yung gusto mo sa Pilipinas, yun lang. No? Yung pag minahal mo yung Pilipinas, buo siya. Kahit yung ah, hindi pwedeng natural resources lang yung gusto mo. No? Kailangan kahit medyo mahirap ngayon na magtiwala sa ibang leaders, no? Pero kailangan part yun eh. Part yun yung culture natin eh. Yung language natin, for example. Hindi porket meron tayong ibang options. Like, sige, ang gusto ko lang yung language. Pero ayoko ng tradition ng Pilipino. O kaya, ayoko ng history kasi sobrang gulo ng history. Pero when you try to love our country, lahat yan. Buong package. And that's it. So, Again, that is part of good citizenship values ang dilim ng background ko. So I hope you learn something and about patriotism. At meron pa mga susunod na videos. So tatlo yun. Ah, magkakaroon tayo ng activities siguro sa Google Classroom ko na lang ipopost. And then, reminders. Sa August, anong date ngayon? Sa July 24 na yung graduation natin. So, yung mga hindi pa nakakapag-accomplish ng kanilang output sa Google Classroom, kailangan nyo nang mag-submit. And then, yung video, reminder. And yung mga halaman nyo. Yun lang. So, maraming salamat. Ingat kayo palagi. At bye-bye.